Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to discuss a very interesting question, and the question is, does God know everything? And if He does, do I really have a free choice and a free will? Because if I have a free will and I'm deciding to do something out of my own free choice, but God already knows that, then uh, how is it actually a free choice and a free will? Because if God already knows everything and God already knows my end, and He already knows what is going to happen to me in the afterlife and the next world. So what is the ultimate purpose and why am I even living? Because God knows where I'm going to be. So what's the purpose of my it doesn't make sense, right? Having a free choice and a free will, but we say that God knows everything. So we have a solution to this, we have an answer to this. But generally when these type of questions are being asked, whenever you ask any leader or a teacher, they don't give an exact answer, because it's like, okay, if I decide to do something and God already knows that I'm going to do that, so what is the purpose of? We really can't make sense, right? And we all know that we are in this world for a test, and this every second of our life is a test, and our actions are going to decide where we are going to be in the next world. So if God already knows that, then what's the point of me and taking decision for my actions? Well, so we are going to understand this today. So let me give you a small example and see. Let's see what we can try to get out of it. So now, let's say now I take a piece of paper, I write something on it, and I fold it and I give it to you, and I tell you that open this paper only tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. Don't even look at it before that. So now what you are doing is you are taking the paper from me, and tomorrow arrives and 6 o'clock you are opening the paper, and you see in the paper that exactly what you did from the time I met you. That is, you went back home by a car, you had chapati for dinner, next day morning you got up at 8 o'clock, you had idli for breakfast, then you went to the gym, then you came back, then you watched YouTube for an hour, and you had lunch, and you maybe slept for some time, and now 6 o'clock. So you see that everything what you did from the time you met me is written on the paper. So now the question is, by me writing on the paper, did it influence your decisions? Did By me knowing what you are going to do, I knew everything what is going to happen, but I gave a piece of paper and told you don't open it. Open it only tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So now you're opening at 6 o'clock and seeing that everything whatever you did for the past one day is written over there. So my question is, by me knowing, did it influence your decisions to eat, to go back by a car, to eat idli, then to go to gym, then to have a nap, whatever you did? By me knowing, did that influence your decision to go to the gym or to go to sleep? No, right? So the same way, by God knowing everything, that doesn't mean that it is interfering with the free choice or a free will. The question what we have to really ask is not that if God knows everything, do I have a free choice? The question is, God knows everything, but by Him knowing, did it influence or did it have an impact on my free choice? No. The answer is no. We decided to do some particular thing, and we face the blessings or the consequences for that. By God knowing that, okay, this is going to happen, it did not influence or uh, it did not influence your thoughts or your actions or your deeds on what you did. So I think by understanding this example, you can really understand the free will and the question for today. If God knows everything, do I have a free choice? The answer to both the questions is yes. Does God know everything? The answer is yes. Do I have a free choice? The answer is yes. Why God does not involve in a person's free choice or a free will? Let's see, the one thing which I wanted to share is, The reason why we are not able to see spiritual things, only once a person's soul leaves the body, that is once he dies, they start able to see all the spiritual things, angels and all of those stuff. Why with our naked eye or now we are not able to experience something, we are not able to see spiritual things? The reason is, see, God, when he created the world, he placed good and bad in front and he told us to decide. He even in the Torah, if you see, he placed Mount Kerasim and Mount Ebal. One is filled with blessings and one is filled with curses. You decide what you want. If you do good, you will receive good. If you do bad, if you don't obey my commands, you will receive bad. So he places this choice in front of us and he expects us to decide what we want to choose. Same way, when I said why we don't see these spiritual things, because once we see them, it's like someone pointing a gun to your head and it's like forcing you towards God. That is, which is tampering the free choice of a person. Similarly, see, now God says, if you do good, you will receive good. If you do bad, you will receive bad. But today, if we see in the world, we are really not able to see. Like, we are doing so many good things. Are we really getting the blessings for that? And there are so many people who are doing bad things, but we see those people who are doing those bad things are actually living like a millionaire. They're living a lavish lifestyle. But people who are doing good, there are so many righteous people who are suffering from sickness, who are sick, who don't have money, who are struggling in life. But there are so many wicked people who are enjoying in life. So why is this? Why when God is very clearly saying that the righteous people will be blessed and the wicked people will be cursed, why is this happening? The thing is, this is the place where we put our faith in God. And okay, let's take for example, a person does good and the next second he gets a blessing. Let's say 10,000 rupees to his bank account. He does something good and the next second he gets 10,000 rupees. Let's take for bad. Or let's say for example, I slap a person and immediately someone slaps me. If something like this happens, if there is no time factor, that is, there is no see, for getting the blessing there is a particular time, and for getting the punishment there is a particular time. Let's say I slap a person and immediately someone hits me. Will anybody in this world commit a sin? Same way, for a blessing, I do something good and immediately 10,000 falls in my account. Now everybody in the world will be okay. So now I give you charity and immediately 10,000. So non-stop people will keep doing good, which is tampering the free choice of a person. It is spoiling the entire purpose of a creation. The reason why we are here is for a test, and that test and the purpose of the test is not being fulfilled, because everyone are going to be good. Nobody's going to dare to even curse someone or speak something about someone or hit someone. No evil is going to exist, because the minute he hits, he's going to get hit. The next second, let's say like an angel just hits him. So nobody is going to be bad, right? So there is this time factor which God has put, and that is the place where we have to have faith in God. That doing good, we will receive good, and if we don't obey His commands, we are going to get the punishment. And so I think I have made sense into this, like bringing in some ideas on the free choice and free will of a person. If God knows everything, yes, He knows everything, and do we have a free choice? Do we have a free will to take our day-to-day decisions? The answer is yes. The answer to both the questions is yes. And one thing which you also have to know is, God does not interfere in a person's free will, and He does not do anything which tampers the free choice of another person. So I hope this was useful, and thank you for listening. Thank you.